everyone. My name is Ricardo. I'll be your host here at Snippets. We will be starting with the news. I have scoured all the internet so that you don't have to, and so I'll go ahead and read you the ones that I think were more important. The first news today is Idris Elba is set to start and direct the Hunchback of Notre Dame movie for Netflix. If you don't know who that is, you'll recognize him as Heimdall in the Thor movies, and he's usually one of the people that the public always says should be James Bond. Um, he's a fantastic actor. He's also set to produce and do the music, and if you don't know, he's also a DJ. So this should be like an exciting project to watch. We have also a first look at Shazam, what used to be called Captain Marvel before Marvel had Captain Marvel, and that one became more successful. It comes from Zachary Levi in his Twitter account. It's a fantastic photo, as you can see. It has that childish look that some kids have when they're drinking the big gulp. So it looks interesting. I really think this movie will be great because it looks like it's the first one where it's not really set in the Snyderverse, and I think it's gonna be really cool. Another news: the Expanse series is set to be in talks to be renewed for season 4 in Amazon. If you didn't know, The Expanse was canceled after season 3 in Sci-Fi, and it was about the same time as Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and so they started looking for ways to get it renewed. So if you really like The Expanse, tell Amazon about it. They'll know there's people who want to watch it, and if you haven't watched it, I would recommend it. It's really good. In other news, we have a new Mowgly movie from Andy Serkis from Planet of the Apes and Lord of the Rings movies. At, at first glance, I'm wondering why we're getting a new Jungle Book movie, live action, so soon. But I'm pretty excited because Andy Serkis is going to be Shere Khan, and he always does an amazing job, so I want to see what they do with it. It's said to be a darker tone than the one Disney made, and so it might be really interesting. Trollhunters is also coming back to TV for season 3. If you haven't watched this Guillermo del Toro's movie series, I would strongly recommend it. It's on Netflix. I really want to know what they do with the third season, as the first 2 seasons were really good. I want to know who they got to replace Anton Yelkin and the main character's voice. He voiced the first 2 seasons right before his death, which is very sad, and I would have loved to see him complete this. If you need anything else to see this, Guillermo del Toro. Mark Hamill voices one of the villains. So it's full of jokes and monsters and action. So I would definitely encourage you to see it. The Star Wars movie Solo, it's coming out today. It has reviews saying that it's a good fanboy movie, lots of action. So I'm really excited about this movie. Donald Glover is in it as Lando Calrissian, and Kathleen Kennedy already stated that there's a strong possibility that they'll make one in the future. So I would really say that go watch it. You're gonna have fun. Now we're gonna move to upcoming movies. In summer's really packed with movies. Ocean's 8 is coming. Incredibles 2, which again, sequel to one of the best superhero movies ever, one of the greatest Pixar movies ever. Jurassic Park: Fallen Kingdom with Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. It looks pretty cool. It looks a bit like Jurassic Park: The Lost World, but with its own take, like what they did with the previous Jurassic Park. If you're still hungry for that Marvel superhero film, we have Ant-Man and the Wasp coming in July. That should be fun, and it should explain where Ant-Man was during the Infinity War movie. We have Hotel Transylvania 3, great family movie with monsters. If you haven't seen the first two, I would recommend it because they're really funny, and Adam Sandler does a good voice acting in there. It's about family and everything, so it's always a good film to watch with your family. Mission Impossible 6 is also coming. Mission Impossible Fallout 6 movie where Tom Cruise keeps doing his own stunts, and if you didn't know, he does all his own stunts. Like, he is uninsurable, so he usually pays for his insurance out of his bucket. And last, Hotel Artemis is also coming. It's about a not a hotel, it's a hospital where the criminal underworld can go and get healed. It's with Jodie Foster, Jeff Goldblum, and Dave Bautista. The cast looks amazing. The premise looks crazy enough. I think it might be like a sleeper hit on this summer. That's all for the news and the upcoming movies. We're gonna move to the reviews. In the last few weeks, I've watched 2 great movies. I've watched Deadpool 2. If you like the first Deadpool, it's basically the same one on steroids. Has more jokes, more action, same kind of plot. So it's a very simple plot, easy to follow. They bring Deadpool back to basics at the beginning of the movie, and then they ramp it up again to where he was at the end of the first one. Ryan Reynolds is, as always, great as Deadpool, and just so if you didn't know, he had to take the first one from X-Men Origins Wolverine because they told him, we're not gonna recast him, so you either take this one and the Deadpool movie, or we're not gonna do it with you. And it was like, well, okay, I'll take one bad so I can make mine. The movie is full of cameos and Easter eggs, so it's worth watching and keeping your eyes open. I think if you like the first one, you're definitely gonna like this one. The other movie I watched, it's a Netflix movie called Cargo. It's a heartbreaking movie about a father looking for a safe place where he can live with his daughter, which is a few months old, maybe a year, in the zombie-infested plains of Australia. Martin Freeman plays the father. You might recognize him as Bilbo Baggins from The Hobbit, or from Arthur from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and he does an amazing job in this movie. It is heartbreaking. It is slow pace, and like other zombie movies, it's more about the characters and where they are at the moment, and about this father trying to get a safe haven for his daughter. I would definitely watch it. It has that little feel like Maggie from Arnold Schwarzenegger. And if you didn't know, this one is a full feature film based on a short film by the same name that one came out in 2013. So just watch it. This one's really good. If you have any questions, any comments, you can write them below. You can write me to snippetsreviews@gmail.com. Hope you have a great day.